my part for the therapist. Do you remember what you said to me? You said, when I was here, you were here the first time, you thought that I was going to figure out that you were gay and then wouldn't like you.
Right. I was scared to death if you knew I was gay that you wouldn't like me, because I liked you so much and I wanted you to like me. And I thought, I saw a show once where you were asking someone about being with another woman, and now what do you guys, you were asking these questions, and I thought,
well, there would be rituals in which babies would be sacrificed, and you would have to, you know.
Whose babies?
There were people who bred babies in our family. No one would know about it. A lot of people were overweight, so you couldn't tell if they were pregnant or not, or they would supposedly go away for a while and then come back.
Anyway, so you witnessed the sacrifice?
Right. When I was very young, I was forced to participate in that, in which I had to sacrifice an infant.
And the purpose of sacrifice is to what? Is to bring you what? What are you sacrificing for?
For power.
So here's what's being talked about online right now. There are rumors circulating that Oprah Winfrey and Ellen DeGeneres may have had some kind of fallout, and people are linking it to Ellen's recent life changes and public controversies over the years. Now hold up, this is all social media speculation, but it's definitely got people talking and digging up old stories about both of them. Some online voices are trying to connect this situation to past allegations and industry rumors, but nothing here has been officially confirmed, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt. What is clear, though, is that both Oprah and Ellen have had their share of public scrutiny over time, and whenever major names like this get mentioned together, the internet starts running wild with theories. And at the end of the day, this is another reminder of how quickly online narratives can spiral when facts and speculations start getting mixed together.
To my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is stroking, it feels good. Right. Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good. And when I first said this years ago, people were like, you're crazy, because everybody wants to believe it's like sexual, you're being thrown up against the wall and you're being. And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened. You will be in it and you won't even know it's happened. And if the abuser is any good, he or she is going to make you feel like you're a part of it. I mean, and nothing is more being a part of it than what we discussed earlier.
But at the same time, Oprah Winfrey has also been open about past decisions she has reflected on over the years. One major example people bring up is her past coverage of Brazilian spiritual healer Joan Teixeira de Faria, who was later convicted in Brazil after hundreds of women accused him of sexual abuse during so-called healing sessions. Oprah has since addressed the situation, saying she did not know the full extent of the allegations at the time she featured him, and she has expressed regret about giving him a platform. Following the conviction, she also distanced herself from the content and removed related material from circulation where possible. Still, clips from that earlier interview have resurfaced online over time, leading to renewed discussion and criticism whenever the topic comes back into the spotlight.
Also have a relationship with a man who owned baby farms. The man I'm talking about in particular is John of God. John of God claimed to miraculously heal people, was later revealed to have been running a sex slave farm and sold babies of this farm. This story is literally so insane. Him and Oprah were very close. Oprah even went down to Brazil to see him and film a segment for him. Bill Clinton, Paul Simon, Naomi Campbell are all his clients. Now, the Brazilian government claimed that he committed some of the worst crimes in the country's history. Brazilian activist Sabrina Bittencourt investigated him and led him to get arrested. She claimed her investigations proved that he ran a baby operation where children were farmed in Brazil before being sold to childless couples around the world. She even claimed that young girls were being held captive in remote farms where they were forced to get pregnant, and then they would get 10 years of supplying children. Now, Sabrina Bittencourt mysteriously.
Now look, outside of the conversations about Oprah Winfrey and who she's been associated with over the years, there's also this long-running narrative online that she's been called a gatekeeper in the industry. Some people even point back to comments made by Cat Williams, where he spoke about power dynamics in entertainment and how influence can shape careers behind the scenes. Now hold up. This is where things get mixed, because fans on the internet start connecting dots that aren't always proven. There's also speculation floating around involving Ellen DeGeneres and the idea that she sought approval from Oprah early in her career. But again, that's more online interpretation than confirmed fact. At the end of the day, what we do know is that both Oprah and Ellen have been major figures in entertainment, and whenever powerful names like this get mentioned together, the internet tends to build bigger narratives than what can actually be verified.
Much part for the therapist. You remember what you said to me? You said, when I was here, you were here the first time, you thought that I was going to figure out that you were gay and then wouldn't like you.
Right. I was scared to death if you knew I was gay that you wouldn't like me, because I liked you so much and I wanted you to like me. And I thought, I saw a show once where you were asking someone about being with another woman, and what do you guys, you were asking these questions, and I thought, God, she doesn't.
What do you guys, swinging from the chandeliers?
Yeah, some kind of question like that. It was just.
Now, here's where things get even more intense in the online conversation surrounding Ellen DeGeneres. Some social media users have been linking her name to various conspiracy-style discussions, including claims connected to the so-called Epstein document theories. But it's important to stress that a lot of this is unverified and circulating online as rumor rather than confirmed fact. At one point, things got so out of hand that people even started speculating about major life changes in her personal situation, with theories being pushed across social media about her stepping away from the US and changing her appearance to stay out of the spotlight. Now hold up, this is exactly why you have to be careful, because online narratives can spiral fast, mixing speculation with completely unconfirmed claims. And when it comes to viral posts and tweets, people will say almost anything for shock value, even if it has no solid proof behind it.
And at the rotten heart of it for years, according to Epstein Files investigators, Ellen DeGeneres, the daytime TV queen who smiled into America's living rooms while allegedly orchestrating horrors in the shadows. They called it conspiracy, they called it rumor. But nightmares like this don't disappear, they get buried.
Now, things in this online conversation surrounding Ellen DeGeneres have gotten even more intense, at least according to social media speculation. Some posts and rumors have been circulating that try to connect her name to past personal relationships and dramatic events from years ago. But it's important to say clearly that none of these claims have been proven or confirmed. Now hold up, this is exactly where the internet starts running wild, because people begin building entire narratives based on fragments of old interviews, resurfaced clips, and secondhand interpretations. There are also discussions online referencing a former relationship and past breakups, which some users are now twisting into deeper conspiracy theories, even though there is no verified evidence supporting those claims. And that's the key point here. Once speculation spreads, it quickly turns into what-if storytelling, where questions replace facts and rumors start sounding like reality.
I spoke, I was hit more, buried more, or despised more, and then had calculated visions and circulations of systems that spun me up and out of the system that would in any way challenge the fact that she was not telling her own truth but another's. Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing. I did not and could not ask God for what that would be. All I could do was stay on my truth, do what I was doing, and study this thing called love that we tried to bury. And now I am up and out of the ground. And unfortunately, those 2 women could not shut me down.
Now look, the conversation around Ellen DeGeneres has been all over social media, with people resurfacing old controversies and mixing them with a lot of unverified claims and conspiracy theories. Now hold up, this is exactly why things get messy, because once a story starts trending online, everything from old interviews to unrelated events gets pulled into one big narrative. There have also been mentions online connecting her name to workplace criticism and past allegations that circulated publicly in 2020. But again, those reports were part of broader discussions, and not everything being said online is backed by confirmed evidence. At the same time, people are also trying to tie in unrelated incidents and other public figures, like Oprah Winfrey, building theories that go far beyond what has ever been officially proven. And that's really the key point here. When high-profile names are involved, the internet often turns speculation into storylines, even when facts don't fully support it. So the real question becomes not what's proven, but how quickly online narratives can spiral when rumors, old clips, and assumptions all get mixed together.